Hello, in this video we are going to cover sub-batching, specifically with trucks that have multiple containers. The first thing you're going to want to do is make sure that the checkbox for compartments is checked for the equipment that you want to use. You can do this a couple ways. You can open up the equipment search menu. It'll show you all of your equipment. And you can see right here in this column, we have comp, which is for compartments. If it's checked, it does mean that the compartment option is checked for the equipment. You can also open up the equipment. You can see down here at the bottom, here's the same checkbox where you can check it to assign it a compartment. So to assign that truck to the ticket that you're going to be running, you need to have the ticket loaded here into your systems menu. You can only assign equipment through the systems window. You cannot assign the equipment on the individual ticket itself. You will do that here in the system window. So as you can see, we have a ticket assigned for 40,200 pounds. We're going to go down here to the green plus sign by equipment, and we'll go ahead and choose our piece of equipment and come over here to the batch details. And as you can see, it auto selected use sub batching manual, and down here we can go ahead and assign how much we want to load into each compartment. In this case, we're just going to do half of that order and go ahead and we're going to process that first part of the ticket. Again, we're doing this in the manual option, so that one is done. Now let's say you move the truck forward so that the next compartment can be loaded, and we're going to go ahead, like I said before, we're just going to do half of that. But if you need to do, say you've got a truck with 3 compartments, you can break this down so that it's going to be just your second sub batch, and then you can do your third sub batch. In this case, we're just going to do 2, and going to take a minute here. We're going to go ahead and do this second sub batch, and it's almost complete. And now that we are finished with our sub batch, we will go ahead and hit complete, and that will complete the ticket, and that those 2 sub batches have been delivered. So something I'd like to illustrate here. So we've got our ticket. We're going to go ahead and assign our equipment with multiple compartments. We're going to go ahead and run a sub batch. We'll just go ahead and do 1200. So we're going to go ahead and let this run. What I want to show you is that, say we go ahead and hit complete on this batch. So it's completed the batch, but as you can see, it has not completed the ticket. The ticket will not be completed until we have delivered the total requested amount. So if you're doing this sub batch, you deliver the first part, and for whatever reason you got to get that truck with the other compartments moving, and you can't finish the sub batches till later, you can just complete that ticket. It will be maintained here in ControlPro, and then you can select it and continue your sub batches later on. You just need to make sure you assign that equipment again, and you'll be able to continue delivering your batches. So we can go ahead and run another batch, and then we'll go ahead and finish this one here. And a few things to note when run the sub batches with equipment. ControlPro is not aware of how many compartments you have on a truck. So that's why we strongly recommend running the manual, because automatic is going to base that off your mixer capacity and split that up between just 2 sub batches, and that's it. We completed the ticket because we fulfilled the requirement, so the ticket is now clear. Just a quick refresher, if you want to check and see what the requirements are for ControlPro to know that a load is completed, just come to the settings, global components, and this is where you'll have those checked. Currently is autocomplete when all loads are delivered. You can also select it to autocomplete when it's at a selected percentage. As discussed in the intro to sub batching video, these defaults are typically set up by the engineer or tech who sets up your ControlPro for you, but it can be customized depending on how you want to run your load. And that covers sub batching with equipment. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact Murray Equipment at 260-480-1340. Thank you.